Hello there, this is Lisa with Pampered Chef and welcome to my kitchen. I just wanted to show you some things that I've gotten yesterday. Everybody says, well, how can you afford the keto lifestyle? It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. If you go back out and eat the way you did, you're going to gain it all back, obviously. Just like if you were on Weight Watchers and you went back to eating the regular way, you'd gain it all back. Same with Nutrisystem, same with everything. Believe me, I've been there, tried everything. But what I do is I did not start it all at once. I had to do a little bit at a time. But yesterday I went to Sam's and they had a 4-pack of butter and that is a staple in this. So I bought those and it was, I think they were a little under about $2 a piece, and they're usually 3 or more a piece. So I got those. I told you about the pork rinds. That is the deal of the century, under $6. $5 and some change. And what I do is I go to the one in Tupelo because their tax is cheaper. So I go to that one instead of going to the one by me. So just some things. I'm very cheap, and if I have something that's going to go out of date, then I try to get online and find a keto casserole or something that I can do, because I can't not, you know, I'm like everybody else. I can't throw food away. So I looked in my fridge and I had all this extra cream cheese. I'd used a little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit of there. So I put that all in my creamy chicken dishes that I'm making down here, the casseroles. But let me just tell you something about this. I didn't realize this. Somebody brought this to my attention, that the Philadelphia cream cheese has pasteurized milk and cream, salt, some kind of carob bean gum, which I don't know what that is, but okay, that's what's in that. Now this other cream cheese, which I don't know the brand, and I'm not saying anything about the brand, I don't even know where I got it. It has pasteurized milk and cream, cheese culture salt, stabilizers, carob bean, and or some kind of xanthan and gar gums. So if you want just plain cream cheese, this is also lower carb. So I try to buy the Philadelphia. This was like $1 each. I think these were, I bought these at Sam's in the 4-pack too, and they were a real good price too. What I've been doing is I have been chopping up my pork rinds so that I can use them on this casserole. This right here is something you'll want to get. It's a personal food processor. I love it. It will make you smoothies in the morning without having to, I used to get out my big Health Master and make a smoothie for, you know, 1 glass. I'd have to make a big mess and I'd get a big blender out and everything else. This is so awesome because I can make 1 cup at a time in this. And it actually is a food processor. What's good about it is it's locked. I can unlock it, and when I do, that's when I can use it. Okay. It is very sharp. These are blades and they do work really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up these Ritz crackers. But let me just show you the casseroles. They turned out really good. They were a little watery, so I just added some broccoli to them because I need vegetables too. I buttered them real well. This is something I got for under $6. This big thing of broccoli, and I mean, you pay for those little bags too something. And I wonder if Sam's is keto, because they put them inside. When I opened up this big bag, they had 4 separate bags that I could keep the big one in the big freezer and keep these in my little freezer, so I have them all the time. They might be getting the vision too. And people ask me about the keto, and I'm not, gonna, say that it's for everybody. It has been for me. But go on to YouTube and watch The Magic Pill. It will really be an eye-opener for you. It was for me. I did not realize all the preservatives in all of our foods. And, it does make sense that, the sugars that we're taking in and all that does make sense. So that's why we're putting on the weight like we are. But like I say, it might not be for everybody, but it has been great for me. So what I did is I took a sleeve of Ritz crackers and I'm going to pour them in here. I'm just going to put a few at a time. Let's see if I can see this. All right. Push this back a little bit. And I'm just going to put this down, and what you do is so easy. And I need arm exercises anyway, because I do have some flab going on. So it is great. And all you gotta do is just and what's good about this is it doesn't like crush everything or liquefy everything. You can actually do it the way you want to do it. If you don't want them crushed real fine like this, I wanted mine crushed real fine, I did it this way. But you just keep on going until you've got it the way you want. And you can do the cheese. I mean, this I use my cheese grater, but you can just keep pushing it down. It's so easy to clean. You can put it in the dishwasher, I believe. I didn't look. But it's only 3 pieces, so I just usually wash it out as soon as I'm done. So I'm just going to grind these up. And it's really easy. I'll put the link below as to what, you know, this number is. But you can go on my Pampered Chef and purchase your one for really expensive. What I want to do is put the cheese on first, and I like cheese. I like cheese on my cheese. So I put a lot of cheese on my casserole, and then the other one I don't do as much. So I'm going to put the cheese on. Alrighty. I have really enjoyed cooking, and I've learned a lot cooking that I didn't, you know, I ate so much processed food that I didn't really realize what all was in things. Okay, so I got the cheese on that one, and now I'm going to put the cheese on mine, and I'm not going to cook these today. This is called food prep, and that's another thing I learned that I wish I would have known when my daughter was growing up, because I would have food prep for sure, and you know, now I food prep ahead of time, but this will all be ready for in the morning, and before church, what I'll do is I'll bake hers, and that way hers, well, I'll bake mine, and that way I can warm mine up. I don't mind, but I want hers to be fresh. So what I'll do is I'll, you know, bake hers, and it'll take 30 minutes, so it's real easy. But here is the crushed, and I just crushed them as the way I wanted them to. If I didn't want them crushed this fine, then I just wouldn't have stopped as quickly. But now I'm just going to pour them on, as you can see. And she probably wants a lot of them, so, and it says to use a whole sleeve, so since I've just used part of one, I'll just put this on. This food processor, you can take it on trips because you don't need electricity with it. You can use it in the car when you're driving down the road, stop somewhere and get some, you know, something that you can, you know, sometimes you're in between places where you can't find nothing to eat or whatever. You can stop at the side of the road and use this, and you've got it. So this is something that you'll definitely want to put, but it's 3 pieces. This is very sharp, so you want to keep it out of the way of children, you know. But this 3 pieces, and then while you're not using it, you can put the top on like that and lock it so that it can't be used. If they get to it, if a child were to get on a, you know, step up and get on a, you know, get on something and get to it, they wouldn't be, of course, you know how the child lock stuff goes. I've seen people with the child lock stuff, and the kids were the only ones that could get it unlocked. So anyways, I kept stuff out of the way so that my daughter couldn't get to it when she's little. Now I wish she was here. She's married and 20 and almost 20, so they grew up really fast. So, but one thing I always thought about was her safety. I always, because she liked to help me in the kitchen, and I wanted her to. And Pampered Chef has a lot of things for children to help in the kitchen, and I'm so thankful for that, because that is a great thing to let them help you cook. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, share my videos, and I would love to have you and your friends all subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.